All right, NFL fans, it's time for my Week 5 NFL rankings. Next in 3, 2, 1. Welcome, NFL fans. Monday Night Football is over. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Remember, subscribe, like, and leave a comment. That keeps my channel going. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm almost at 700. Let's get me at 700. I want to get to 1,000, but I'll take 700. Now, make sure you also follow me on the Purple Code. I also do a Monday show. Follow me on Monday, Under the Lights. Me and Carson do a lead-in show to Monday Night Football. And Tuesday on the Purple Code, I do a 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central Vikings. It's Skull Live. Follow me on those two channels, and I go regularly live on Purple Pocket Podcast. Now let's get started. My NFL rankings, Week 5. Who's got the power? Let's get started. Let's get rid of JJ2K. Let's get rid of Purple Hulk, my show's mascot, and we got a blank screen because we haven't filled in the rankings yet. Here we go. Let's get that on 32. All right. They haven't moved. They're not going to move. It is the Texans. And I'm still watching Monday Night Football. There's like 50 seconds left. And Stafford had an awful day. Awful day. All right, number 2. He is my backup fantasy cornerback because Dak Prescott got hurt. I'm giving the Commanders the 31st spot. All right. Next, they finally are going to start Kenny Pickett, even though apparently he threw 3 interceptions the second half. But hey, with a week of preparation, let's see how much better they do. They have some weapons. I might pick him up in fantasy. You know, who knows? I might go get Geno Smith. Who knows? But 30th is the Steelers. Maybe they turn this around. But they may have a bright future. Give a draft. Give Tomlinson to work with them. Give Kenny Pickett the real deal. They may do it. Now, this team, the Bears, they got a run game. Fields has no one to throw to. They cannot get separation. I don't blame Fields for this. But they just don't have receivers, man. They just don't have separation. Yeah, Fields is doing what he can. It's just not a good offense. Good running game though. And here we go. That was 29. 28 is the Saints. Oh, they're 1-3, so gotta keep moving them down. Other teams are winning. Saints, although they did put out a good defense, I'm not sure. In it was neutral site in London. They did put it together though. They did give the Vikings a fight. Vikings pulled it out, needed the double dunk to win, but because they're 1-3, a lot of unforced errors. They're just not a disciplined team. Vikings played down to their competition. The Saints at 28. Next team, not impressing anybody. They did win last week, but not this week. The Panthers moved down 4. Now we got some upward mobility. 26. We got the Falcons. I've always kind of had a soft spot for these guys, although 1998 I did not have a soft spot for them. But hey, the Falcons moved up. Now, I talked about Geno Smith. He had a hell of a day, man. I think 300 yards, 2 TDs. He ran for 50-some. He was very solid in that game. I kind of wanted to move the Seahawks up more, but hey, they still haven't proved it 2 weeks in a row. So Seahawks are the 25th. Jets, believe it or not, are the 24th best team in the league. Moving on up, the Jets. Nice movement there. Now a team that moved down with a loss was the Colts. Not a whole lot going on there, man. And a team, even though they almost beat the Packers, I have to move them down. Only because they may, without a starting quarterback, who knows what's going to happen to these guys if they have to start Zappy. All right, a team that teases everybody but hasn't put it together yet, but did get a second win, was the Cardinals. They have a puncher's chance every game with their mobile quarterback. All right. And he has a good arm. He's short. He has to throw through windows. That's just difficult for a quarterback. I think Tua said the same thing. I can't see you. You need to get open so I can see you, which is a true story for 5'9" quarterbacks. And the next team, they handled the Bears pretty good. Go with the Giants there at 20th. Let's move this down. Get everybody in here. The Giants. All right. Who do we got next? Team lost, but they got talent. If they could just hold it together, man. You got the Browns. They're hovering late in the year and they get Deshaun Watson back. They may pull this out. But hey, I gotta keep them down here, hovering in the mid-range teams. Next, though, a team that's moving on up, and the only team I moved up with a loss ever, the Jaguars. I moved them up with a loss. They're 2-2. Only team I've ever done that so far since I've been doing this. But hey, I got the Jaguars. This is kind of a correction territory. I just underestimated them. I probably could have put them above this team, but because they're scoring so many points, they have a puncher's chance each week to win. They're just shooting themselves in the foot, making, game management decisions, on a couple of the games. Then, just turnovers, unforced errors, penalties. They've given up a pick six. It just, I think twice this year, pick six. So, hey, I got the Lions moving down, but not out of contention. They may come back. Who knows? The Raiders, although they only have one win, I still think they're a playoff team coming into this. I still think, they're right in the mid-range. Even with their record, I'm putting at 16 in the league. And then I got the Broncos at 15. Let's see. I think I might have this wrong. Let me just get rid of that. I don't know what happened there. The Titans moved up with a win. So, impressive win. Why not? Move them on up. They're moving up to where they should have been. This is where they should have been. All right. Now, the team that just keeps on winning, they're 3-1. They're surprising everybody. I counted them for dead. I only have them moving up one spot because I'm not impressed yet. Got them outside the 12. That's where I really start to consider a team pretty good. The Cowboys are knocking on that door only because Cooper Rush has 3 wins under his belt this year, 4 in his career to start his career. So Cowboys. Now this team lost, but they got Tom Brady, and I think they'll turn it around. So I got the Bucks falling down to 12, but still obviously in contention. I think they can turn around. A team that had a rough week the week before, injury plagued. However, they're solidifying that. They're turning around. They're at 11th, the Chargers. A team that just got manhandled on Monday Night Football. The Rams gave up a pick six that cost me my fantasy win this week. I had Kittle in the defense, and I needed to keep it under 20 points or whatever, 22 points. Well, Kittle didn't do anything, and the frickin' San Francisco 49ers play awesome defense and get a pick six. I lose the game. Crazy. So the Rams fall down to 10. All right, now this is the final 9. This is where I had the confidence meter last week. These are the 9 teams I have confidence in. I'm not for sure. I might be at 8 this week. because the Bengals I got above the Rams now since the Rams lost. And they beat the Miami Dolphins. So what the heck? I need to put them here. And I had the Miami Dolphins number 1 team going into the season. Obviously, I didn't expect Tua to get hurt the way he did. But the next team, and this is where my confidence meter starts right now, is 8th place. 49ers looked awesome tonight. They did. They looked awesome tonight. They looked like the 49ers should. Of course, they're playing at home. Vegas had them winning. I didn't. Didn't call that one. And you know what that threw me off is because they were started in such deep territory. They lost because of a 2-point, because of a safety, basically. They gave up 2 free points, lost by 1, and that's going to do it. So I was deceptively thinking the Rams would beat the 49ers. Obviously wrong, 24-9. Defense just took care of the Rams. Stafford looked horrible. Pick 6. Anyways, Packers are number 7. Packers are number 7. They eked out a win. Win is a win. Rodgers pulled it out. And here's another team kind of having mirror seasons, except for the Vikings beat them first game of the season. I feel like we're still a better team than the Packers. We both are eking out wins. We both have the attitude, hey, a win is a win. Let's keep winning. Vikings got the Bears. This is a game that we should beat a team by 2 scores. Let's find out if we could do it with the Bears. Now, this is the team I had number 1. I'm still, because of Teddy Bridgewater is a serviceable quarterback with their weapons and their defense and a week to prepare, I still have them ranked 5th. Honestly, I wanted to rank them like 7th and move the Packers and Vikings up. I didn't want to be too much of a homer. So because of potential, the roster, where they're at, I'm putting the Dolphins at 5. That was just a tough way to lose a game, losing your quarterback. But Bridgewater's not a bad quarterback, so I give him 5. And he was leading them down, could have got the win, but he threw that pick. I think a week of preparation, he doesn't make that throw. Now, apparently the Ravens' defense is struggling, but they can win any game they play. So I'm going to put them at 4. These are the elite of the elite. Chiefs, I'm putting at 3. Every one of these guys won, so I'm moving them up just 1 spot. And I had the Dolphins at 1, so I'm going with the Bills at number 2. They have injuries in the secondary, and this next team doesn't. Has a pretty good roster going and a lot of swag, and that's the Eagles at number 1. So tell me what you think. Vikings at number 6, Packers at 7, Lions at 17, Bears at 29. Vikings got a pretty awesome schedule ahead of us. We got a lot of wins out of that schedule, I think. Let's start it with the Bears. Skull Vikings. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I want to hear what you think. Where do you think the Vikings should rank? Where do you think I'm wrong? Let me know. I want to hear what you got to talk. I'm thinking of a contest, man. I'm going to bring it out soon. I want to keep this momentum going. Let's get me above 700. I appreciate it. See you next time. Cue the music. Thank you, Viking fans, for listening. Make sure you catch my other episodes. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Skull Vikes.